Well, many young adults starting out, it's an exciting and fun adventure for them, but for others, it can be a real struggle to survive on their own.
There are so many challenges, and if you don't have any support or any family, it's almost impossible to succeed, but one Harvard graduate is hoping to help. Schoen started Break Time 5 years ago. It is a nonprofit in Boston where the focus is on the future of young adults experiencing homelessness. The Westboro native says he was inspired by his experience at Project 351 when he was just a kid and wanted to help a specific group that's often overlooked and misunderstood.
Young adult homelessness is a very distinct issue. It's different than chronic homelessness. They're in a place in their life where they need access to jobs and opportunities.
Joining us now is Schoen, the founder of Break Time. Connor, thanks for coming in here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
So you started this 5 years ago, so you were 19. Not something that most 19-year-olds do, but why did you want to start this as a 19-year-old?
I was inspired by the young people I was working with. I mean, so many young people are facing homelessness just because of the way they identify. 40% of young people experiencing homelessness are LGBTQ+, and are kicked out of their homes when they come out. And so as I was in my own process of coming out, I was inspired by the young people around me to do that and to take that step. And for years since then, I've owed such a debt of gratitude to those young people, and that's why I got into this in the first place.
We mentioned in the piece that this group is often misunderstood. What are some more misconceptions about homeless youth?
The number one thing is that young adult homelessness is not the same thing as chronic street homelessness. What we think of as homelessness on a day-to-day basis, the people that we might see or interact with in the city, that's not the same thing as what 18 to 25-year-olds are experiencing. They might be couch surfing, they might be staying at friends' homes, they might be sleeping in their car. They're doing whatever it takes, but they're at the beginning of their life, the beginning of their journey. And so what Break Time focuses on is actually supporting them in getting job and financial security, because ultimately that's what we all need to have housing stability.
Right. A lot of these kids, I met Jay Sally, she had aged out of DCF, so a lot of these kids don't have a family to lean on and sort of end up there. But your process is really unique. Sort of take us through the 3 steps real quick of what you do and why that's been so successful.
Yeah, so our program at Break Time has 3 parts: Launchpad, Liftoff, and Stable Orbit. Launchpad is 3 weeks of work readiness training and financial literacy. We do that at our space here in Boston. Liftoff is 3 months of a paid job placement at a local nonprofit or small business. So we actually hire young people to go and work in an industry of interest for them. That could be at a local hospital, that could be at a local restaurant. And then the last part of our program is 3 years of continued support. We provide $100 a month in a financial empowerment stipend and continued wraparound services, because we know that the challenges our young people are facing cannot be solved in just the first 4 months. And we also know that they need that long-term support system that they're not getting from a family or another system of support.
Connor, quickly, you had an experience when you were younger, volunteering, that really helped kind of shape and mold you to want to do this.
Absolutely. So when I was in 8th grade, I was selected to be the service ambassador for Project 351 from my hometown of Westboro, and that experience completely changed my life. Project 351 is an amazing nonprofit that's statewide that picks 1 8th grader from every city and town in Mass, and I was so fortunate and privileged to be that 1 8th grader from Westboro. And at the age of 14, I was taught and inspired to look at public service in the nonprofit world as an actual career path.
Wow. Instead
of just a hobby or a side job. And that's really what totally changed my life, and it made it possible for me to be here today.
So he's been amazing since 8th grade, not even 19.
Probably
I don't know about that.
24-year-old, everybody. Wow, so successful. A lot of success with hundreds of kids. So, Connor, thanks for coming in and talking to us and telling us all about Break Time.
Thank you so much for having me.
You want more information, Break Time could use help, donations, go to their website. More information is on our website about it, cbsboston.com.